The Colorado Avalanche faced a significant setback in Game 4. They didn't just lose the game, they lost ground in a series where every moment counts. Now they stare down the barrel of a potential early exit, a scenario few had anticipated for the reigning champions. This loss has heightened the stakes immensely, transforming every upcoming game into a do-or-die battle. The team's performance was a cocktail of missed opportunities and shaky defense. Despite the high expectations, the Avalanche struggled to find their rhythm, often outplayed by a relentless opposing team. This game was a reality check, serving a harsh reminder of the fine line between dominance and defeat in playoff hockey. The aftermath of this loss isn't just about a single game, it's about momentum. In sports, psychological edges are as crucial as physical readiness. The Avalanche need to regroup and rediscover their winning mentality quickly if they hope to turn the series around. Nathan MacKinnon was a force of nature in Game 4, despite the overall team struggles. His speed and skill were on full display as he darted across the ice, creating chances and firing shots with the desperation of someone who knows the weight of the moment. MacKinnon's effort was one of the few bright spots in an otherwise dim performance by the team. Yet even MacKinnon's stellar performance couldn't tilt the scales in Colorado's favor. His teammates often seemed a step behind, failing to capitalize on the opportunities he created. It was a classic case of a star player needing more support from his line mates. MacKinnon can ignite the play, but hockey is a team sport, and one player cannot carry a team through the playoffs alone. The question now is how the team can elevate their game to match their key players' intensity. MacKinnon's prowess needs to be a rallying call, not just a solo exhibition. The rest of the team must step up, harnessing his energy and translating it into a cohesive force. Starting with the positives, a few players aside from MacKinnon did show flashes of brilliance. The second line had moments where they seemed to click, putting pressure on the opposing defense and creating some scoring chances. This is a foundation that can be built upon, with players like Mikko Rantanen and Gabriel Landeskog needing to be more consistent. However, the negatives were more glaring. Defensive lapses were a critical issue, with players often caught out of position or outpaced by the opposing forwards. These mistakes led to several goals that could have been prevented with more disciplined play. The defense must tighten up, as giving up easy goals demoralizes the team and makes it tough to maintain any momentum. Lastly, the ineffectiveness of certain lines and player combinations was apparent. The team's depth, usually a strong point, didn't deliver as expected. Some line shuffling might be necessary to spark some energy and create more balanced attack options. The Avalanche's defensive unit, usually robust and reliable, faltered significantly in Game 4. There were too many instances of miscommunication and poor positioning. These aren't just minor errors. In the playoffs, they're the difference between advancing and going home. The defense left goaltender Darcy Kuemper exposed, forcing him to face high-danger shots that should have been mitigated. This breakdown in defense can be attributed to both individual errors and systemic failures. Key players like Cale Makar and Devon Toews, who are usually stalwarts, had unusually off nights. Their ability to rebound in Game 5 will be crucial for the team's success. The coaching staff needs to address these issues promptly, perhaps by simplifying the defensive schemes to ensure better coverage and fewer risky plays. Finally, the physical aspect of the game was lacking. The playoffs are a battleground where physicality can dominate and change the course of a game. Increasing body checks and being aggressive in the defensive zone could help disrupt the rhythm of the opposing team, providing the Avalanche with a chance to regain control. Offensively, the Avalanche struggled to convert their chances. The stats might show a decent number of shots on goal, but the reality was a lack of finishing touch. High-quality scoring chances were squandered, leaving the team frustrated and trailing. In playoff hockey, efficiency in front of the net is paramount, and the Avalanche were found wanting in this area. The problem wasn't just inaccuracy, but also predictability. The opposing team seemed to anticipate the Avalanche's moves, effectively blocking shooting lanes and intercepting passes. To overcome this, the Avalanche need to diversify their attacking strategies. More creativity and unpredictability in their offensive plays are essential to outmaneuver a well-prepared defense. Moreover, the power play, a crucial component of the Avalanche's arsenal, was ineffective. Without capitalizing on these opportunities, the team missed a chance to tip the scales in their favor. The power play units need a rethink, focusing on quicker passes and more dynamic movements to pull the opposing defense out of position. Coach Jared Bednar faced a tough night in Game 4, with many of his strategies not paying off as planned. His decision-making, particularly regarding player rotations and line matchups, has come under scrutiny. Adjustments were made too late in the game, giving the impression of a reactive rather than proactive approach. This must change if the Avalanche are to succeed in the next game. Bednar's system, based on speed and aggressive forechecking, didn't fully click. It's possible that the intense playoff schedule is taking its toll on the players, affecting their performance. Bednar needs to find the right balance between maintaining his system and adapting to the current physical state and morale of his team. Looking ahead, strategic changes are needed for Game 5. This includes possibly rethinking the defensive pairings and giving more ice time to players who show more drive and effectiveness during the game. Fresh legs and fresh ideas might be what's needed to turn the series around. Special teams often determine the outcome in tightly contested playoff games, and for the Avalanche, this is an area needing immediate improvement. The power play unit, once a beacon of efficiency, has faltered, failing to capitalize on critical moments. This inefficiency has handed momentum to their opponents, a costly error in playoff hockey. The penalty kill, on the other hand, performed reasonably well, although there is always room for improvement. The key will be to avoid unnecessary penalties that put the team at a disadvantage. Discipline will be crucial, as penalties can shift the momentum of the game and give the opposing team opportunities to score. Enhancing special teams is about more than just tactics. It's also about mindset. The players need to execute with confidence and precision. Success in these areas can boost the team's overall morale and performance, providing a much-needed lift as they head into the critical next game. Game 5 presents a golden opportunity for redemption. The Avalanche must enter this game with a clear strategy and a fierce determination. First, the focus should be on a strong start. Scoring early can set the tone and build confidence. It's about seizing the initiative right from the drop of the puck and maintaining that intensity throughout the game. Tactically, the Avalanche should consider more aggressive forechecking and tighter man-to-man coverage. This could disrupt the opponent's rhythm and create turnovers, leading to scoring opportunities. Offensively, players need to shoot with accuracy and purpose, looking for chinks in the opposing goalie's armor. Lastly, the mental game cannot be underestimated. The team needs to stay composed, especially in high-pressure situations. Keeping cool heads and sticking to the game plan, even when under pressure, will be essential for turning the series back in their favor. The road ahead for the Colorado Avalanche is challenging but not insurmountable. The team has the talent and the coaching to make a comeback. What's needed now is a unified effort and a strategic approach to each minute of play. Game 5 is more than just another game. It's a chance to reignite the championship aspirations that have fueled their season. The team's response to adversity will define their playoff journey. It's about resilience, adaptability, and the unwavering will to win. If the Avalanche can harness these qualities, they have every chance of turning the series around and moving one step closer to another Stanley Cup final. In conclusion, the Avalanche face a test of character and skill. How they respond in Game 5 will be telling. With the right adjustments and a renewed focus, they can overcome the setbacks of Game 4 and write a victorious next chapter in their playoff story.